You know, life is too short, man, to be around the wrong people, to be around negative influences all the time. When you start to take your life more serious, you start to ground yourself, with the Lord, and you start to get on that righteous path as a man or a woman. You start to finally say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of being around all these fake friends. I'm tired of being around all these, negative influences. I'm tired of being around people, man, that just drain my damn energy, that offer nothing to my life in any meaningful way. And you get to that point where you're seeking for people that are of your same frequency, that y'all can relate to one another in challenges, the same walk of life, y'all on the same path. You can relate to somebody that is on the same journey as you, and when you meet that person and you talk to that person, it's very refreshing. It's night and day compared to talking to people of the world. People that just want to turn up and go to the club every Saturday night. That's cool and all, but man, that lifestyle, it gets very, very tiresome. It's overrated. Because when you're doing things that are not fulfilling you in any way, fornicating, going to the clubs, going to the bar every Friday night, Saturday night, blowing your money on, materialistic items and possessions, not saying for you to stop doing all that, but if it's not fulfilling you in any way, if it's not bringing you a certain level of joy in your life, then you got to look at that and say to yourself, you know what, I may have to eliminate that. I may got to just cross that out, right? And really identify the more important things in life. Relationships, that's important. The right, not just any relationship, the right relationships are important. The type of relationships to where you can go to your brother or your sister and y'all can just have a conversation about whatever it is that's on your mind, whatever it is that you're battling right now, and you need to confess something to that brother or sister, and you can go to that person to for anything, right? Just for a talk, just for a time for you to to vent, and that person can give you the sound advice that you need to navigate whatever it is that you're battling, to go through whatever it is that you're going through. And it's important to have people like that in your life. People that talk you off the ledge, not people that encourage you to fall down off the ledge. Because you got people like that. They will encourage you to fall off the ledge, to give up, to quit, throw in a towel. And you go ahead and do it. And then you may have missed your only one in breakthrough. You missed your breakthrough. You missed a blessing. And God told you to hang in there for a while. He told you, remain steadfast. Remain faithful. Remain still. Do not fret. Do not worry. Do not be in fear. Cast all your cares onto Him. And He will do the rest. You gotta get to the point, man, where life, it just clicks. What you have to do. The steps that you have to take that are ordained by the Lord. I went outside today. I took a walk, right? something told me, go ahead and take this walk. God told me, take a walk around the block, right? With my headphones on. It was sunny. It's sunny out, nice day, about 80 degrees out. You know what I'm saying? Hot ass day out in October, you know. As I'm, walking toward my apartment, I see this car pull up, This guy comes out in an orange shirt, and I recognize him from my old job. And we was just chopping it up the whole time for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 40 minutes. We were just having a conversation, like a real heart-to-heart conversation like I never had before with somebody. And I'm telling you, bro, it's like I had to go outside for that reason, to meet this person, another brother that's in truth, But God always says test the spirits, because you always want to make sure that people that you associate yourself with, that you hang out with, you got to make sure that their spirit is good, Always do that. But this conversation that I was having with this particular individual, it felt genuine, it felt real, it felt like, okay, we can actually, talk about things that are challenging in our own life. Knowing me, it's hard for me to open up to anybody, because I'm not somebody that just opens up to anybody. It takes me time to really open up, to let people kind of in on what's going on with me, because I'm not used to people letting me vent to them. Usually when someone vents, it's to me. I'm the one that listens. I'm the one that is more compassionate. I'm the one that has more empathy, right? But no one has really ever done that for me, to listen to me, to be empathetic toward me. So, I was basically talking to this guy, we was chopping things up. I was, let him know certain challenges that I'm still battling, certain things that I'm going through, my own trials and tribulations, not all of them, because, he had to go somewhere, but he figured, he saw me walking around the block, and he had to, come around a circle and, meet up with me and give me the time of day, which I appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he didn't have to give me that time of day. He could have just kept driving, went about his business, But the fact that he gave me the time of day when he didn't have to, it meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? And that's how you know somebody, they mean well. When they give you that time of day, they take time out of their day to talk to you, and they can be compassionate, and they can tell what's on their chest, and you're able to do the same thing. That's how relationships, man, they genuine relationships, that's how they get built. That's how they grow. And for me, I had to open that door for that, because I knew for a while I was very closed off to relationships, friendships, and whatnot. But recently, today, this is something that I'm definitely open the door to, in terms of relationships with, fellow brethrens, brothers in truth. You know what I mean? I still got to test the spirit no matter what, but I still got to remain faithful in the Lord that, he put this together. There was a reason I went outside to meet up with this individual out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting to have a conversation, but we did, and God can make things happen like that. He can bring you together with certain people that you may have never expected to ever commune with, or to ever talk to and have a conversation. And that may be your chance to finally get things off your chest. He finally introduced you to somebody that you can actually have a genuine dialogue with, to where the first time you can actually vent to somebody and talk and really tell your story. Tell certain things about yourself that you weren't telling nobody before. Because with certain people, you got deep stuff that you've been through, and you can't tell them to ears that are not able to hear. You know what I mean? You can't tell certain people things because it'll go in one ear and out the other. You tell somebody deep stuff that happened to you in your life, it's serious. And they don't take it, like they don't understand or they can't comprehend. You wasted your time. You wasted energy because that person didn't receive. That person didn't hear you. You need to be in a friendship. You need to have a relationship with people that hear you, that understand you. When they show compassion, you can show them compassion. That's how this works, man. And for me today, this was a personal, I want to say, life lesson, because I feel like I've been closed off for quite a while. God brought that particular individual into my life today, and this is someone that I knew from my previous job. So look, you got to really make room for people. Like, basically what I'm saying is, man, is you got to make room for people that are meant to be in your life, right? That are genuine. Get all those toxic people out of your life. Give all those roaches, parasites out your life. Like, real talk. Because they're not trying to lead you to the Father in any way. They're not trying to give you some sound advice. They're not trying to hear you out. If they're not, if you can't have an opportunity to tell your story and air out certain things that happen to you in your life, and you need somebody to talk to, and they're not a listening ear to you, they're not meant for you, bro. They're not meant for you. They're not equipped to be understanding or have an understanding heart. People that want to drink, party, blow money, fornicate. They want to be of the world all the time. They want to have their fun. They're really not tapped in with reality. They're not tapped in with real life. They're just all over the place, and you're not in that place with them. So you don't belong in that place with them, in the matrix of the world. Because when you walk a righteous path and you get into those scriptures, man, it does something to your heart. It does something to your heart. It's doing something to my heart right now. And I'm still a work in progress. But you got to make room for God. You got to make room for the right people, the right positive influences in your life, and kick out all those negative parasites out your life today. If you don't do it today, if you don't do it ever, the Most High will. He'll create a circumstance where they'll just disappear out your life. No explanation. And you didn't have to do anything. That was God putting it in their heart to leave your life. Because, the Most High can do that. He can get people out of your life to where they no longer hit you up, they ghost you, they forget about you, they move on without you. And that's the best thing that could have ever happened to you. Because now you have room for the right people to come on in. So that being said, make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm. More content to come. God bless. I'm out, and peace.